Good afternoon. So I have a nice little easy project today. I'm going to install headlights and headlight tint from Laminex. I went with a goldish yellow since everything else on this bike is a goldish yellow. Should be a nice little project. Let's get started. So first you're going to want to clean the headlight. I've already cleaned mine and wiped it down. This product does already come with filtrated water. We're going to go ahead and spray down the headlight. Nice heavy coat. Now we grab our film. It's going to have a little protector layer on it. Peel off the protector layer. Line this thing up. Okay, so now I'm going to put in the XK Glow Light Series. I got this from, you guessed it, Man of the Box. Speaking of, if Man of the Box, if you are watching this, put a comment below and let me know. If you want to send me something too, that'd be cool too. Just saying. Alright, so there are two 5mm bolts that hold on the headlight housing. So I'm going to go ahead and break these loose. Okay, now from here, so now from here, we just need to let's see, this just pulls straight off, and then now what do we do? Does this twist off? Oh, this boot comes off. Alright, so you unplug it, pop off this boot. Now it looks like we got just a little detent hinge spring holding in the headlight. Now we got our light bulb. Easy enough. Let's open this package up from XK Glow. That's quite a bit bigger. Alrighty. Drop this bad boy in here. See if I can get that spring back where it was. Get a little screwdriver to push that spring down. Got it. Didn't need a screwdriver after all. Let's see if I can get this boot back on. So I think I'm going to have to modify this boot just a little bit. Maybe if I take a scalpel and cut this inner circle, I bet that'll. Let's go ahead and plug this thing in. Turn on the key just to make sure we get lights. Of course, it's not going to light up unless the bike's running. I'm in neutral. What am I missing? Now, one thing that I thought about on this headlight tint, I really wish that I would have wet sanded the headlight before. I did hit it with my knockoff Windex, and it looks clean, it felt clean. However, after riding it for 1,000 some miles, obviously you're gonna get dirt and debris that's embedded in the plastic. So if I were to do this again, I would certainly take some 3,500 wet sandpaper, some soap and some water, buff it out, and then hit it with some compound to remove any of the scratches from wet sanding it. And I feel like we'd get a cleaner install, but overall, once you're about 4 feet away, it does not look bad. So now we just gotta button this thing back up, reverse order. Okay, well, I do have a few other little things that I'm going to do. So let me go ahead and get reset up for that, and I'll see you in the next. So here we are on the next portion of the project. One of my biggest complaints, and it is a little bit more noticeable with the light and primary gear. That being said, I still highly recommend the light and primary gear for the Z125. The throttle response is incredible now. The RPMs really come up a lot quicker. But now that you've reduced that mass, even before, the shift linkage was a lot to be desired. For some reason, Kawasaki went with putting in this linkage system down here and then bringing it back here, like a rear set would be, but I don't think that the quality of material here can really support this type of linkage system. So sometimes it's difficult to get in gear and it binds up. So I have gotten a driven small shifter, and you can guess where that came from. Yes, man of the box. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the old one, put on the new one, and I'll let you know how that goes. All you need is a 6mm Allen, a 12mm socket, and this should be a 10mm to remove that linkage. Alright, and just like that, that project is done. I did check alignment. Alignment looks great. Looks like I lucked out the very first go. Already, it does feel so much better. It's crisp, clean, everything that you actually want in a shift. Eliminating all of this really made a difference. Again, Man of the Box recommended me doing this, and I'm glad I went with that. For the budget, it's pretty cheap. I'll let you know how it works on the road, but as of right now, immediate impressions, I'm quite impressed. So I'm back from the test ride. First off, the gear shifter. If you don't already have one, get that driven gear shifter. Man of the Box has them. Great deal on those. As far as the break-in, so that was the exciting part. I was actually able to do 20 miles back and forth on 422. I just kept doing the loop over and over. That way I was staying close to home in case I broke down again. Each time I would just increase the RPMs slowly and hold those RPMs, and I was able to get it back up into the 8,000, 9,000 RPMs, babying it. But I'm really impressed. Big bore kit, knock on wood's doing well, tune's doing great, ChatGPT thumbs up. Now I do have a check engine light. Now originally when I installed the Power Commander did not like, the ECU did not like having the Power Commander and removing the O2 sensor. So I bought a O2 sensor delete, this guy right here. And after about 20 miles, that check engine light went away. So today I made sure I did 20 miles of riding on the highway, which again, great time. So it still didn't go away. I'm gonna pull the seat and use Kawasaki's built-in kind of OBD2 reader. You need just a plain copper wire, you ground it out, and then you plug it into a port. It'll flash so many times, kind of like Morse code. You count it, you go into Kawasaki's little manual, and it'll tell you what code it is. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I have the feeling it's gonna tell me oxygen sensor again, and maybe it wasn't 20 miles that made it go away, maybe it was 50 miles of continuous riding. So we will see. Let's find out together. All right, now that I have the seat off, I actually keep a spare wire under the seat in case I would ever get a check engine light again. So you use this little wire right here. You take your spare wire, you shove it in here, and then you have to ground this out with the key on the ignition. So I'm just going to ground this out. So I got one solid blink. I got distracted. So we count the blinks. There's one solid one. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so one solid one and one 12 one. So I'm gonna set this down and we'll look it up together. Okay, so I have the check engine light codes up in front. So we had the one long one and we had 12 little ones. So this is telling me that the idle speed control valve actuator malfunctioned, open, or short in the wiring. Wiring open or short. I have no idea what an idle speed control valve actuator is. So, gotta look into that. Okay, so I'm reading through here. One of the things is doing a throttle position reset. So idle must be set between 1921 RPMs. I forget how to do that. I've done it before. I think it's still grounding out using the check engine thing. And then wide open throttle while the engine's off and then turn it off. So let's see if I can figure that back out. Okay, so I reset the throttle position. At this point, I still have that check engine light. I think now at this point, if I drive X amount of miles, that check engine light should go off. I hope. I'll let you know. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me. I hope you like the new mods. I hope you learned something. In the meantime, go ahead, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribed and leave a comment below. Thank you and have a wonderful night.